DoorDash girl by the name of Olivia Henderson is a widely circulated the internet TikTok people nickname for Olivia Henderson, aka the DoorDash girl, is also known as Livy Rose Henderson, a former DoorDash driver who was arrested after filming a customer who was in.d inside his home and posting the video on social media. Incident and aftermath. The incident, on October 12, 2025, Henderson was making a delivery in Oswego, New York, when she encountered a male customer who was unclothed from the waist down and seemingly unconscious on his couch. The front door of the residence was ajar or open. Henderson recorded the scene on her phone and posted the video to TikTok, claiming she had been a victim of S.L. assault or indecent exposure. The video quickly went viral, amassing millions of views. DoorDash response: DoorDash deactivated both Henderson's and the customer's accounts while it investigated the incident. The company stated that posting a video of a customer in their home and disclosing their personal details was a clear violation of their policies, which was the sole reason for the deactivation. Police investigation and charges. After an investigation, the Oswego Police Department found no evidence of intentional S.L. assault or indecent exposure. Authorities determined the man was incapacitated due to alcohol consumption. Doorbell footage and other evidence reportedly showed Henderson had entered the property illegally, crossing the threshold of the door to film the man. Henderson was arrested on November 10, 2025, and charged with 2 Class E felonies, disseminating surveillance imagery and unlawful surveillance. She is facing a potential prison sentence of up to 4 years for each charge. She is scheduled to appear in court in December 2025. The case has sparked significant online debate regarding social media vigilantism, victimhood, and privacy rights. The rest of the story about Olivia Henderson, my brothers and sisters. Ex-DoorDash worker by the name of Olivia Henderson was arrested after she posted a N.D customer S.L. assault video. A fired DoorDash delivery driver by the name of Olivia Henderson from New York has been arrested after she shared footage online of a customer exposed from the waist down and alleged it was S.L. assault. Olivia Henderson posted several videos on TikTok in which she described the incident on October 12, including one that appeared to show a customer lying on a couch. Publicly available arrest records seen by Newsweek said Henderson faces 2 felony charges of disseminating surveillance imagery and unlawful surveillance. Newsweek contacted the Oswego Police Department and the attorney representing Henderson via email on Sunday, outside of regular business hours, for comment. Olivia Henderson's Crazy Karen friends asked, "Why does it matter?" Because filming a person without their knowledge is a complex legal issue. If somebody is filmed in a place like their home, where they have a reasonable expectation of privacy, without their consent, it can be a criminal offense. Some 81% of women and 41% of men in the U.S. experience some form of S.L. harassment or assault, according to the National S.L. Violence Resource Center. Gig economy workers who are likely to interact with customers in a private setting face particular risks. What to know about Olivia Henderson's arrest, my brothers and sisters. Henderson was arrested on November 10. She is facing 2 Class E felony charges. Henderson posted multiple videos about the incident, which amassed millions of views. She said that she had filmed and shared the footage on social media, though this post was removed. After Henderson shared the footage online, she was terminated from DoorDash. The company said in a statement at the time, posting a video of a customer in their home and disclosing their personal details publicly is a clear violation of our policies. That is the sole reason that this Dasher's account was deactivated, along with the customers, while we investigated. Henderson said in a TikTok video that she had herself contacted the police about the incident after being encouraged to by people on social media. In the most recent video shared by Henderson on TikTok, which was posted on October 26, she said that her name is Olivia, but she prefers to go by Liv or Livy. She also confirmed the date of the incident that occurred as being on October 12, which is the date listed on the arrest record. Though Henderson posted multiple videos to TikTok in the days after the incident, which are still available to view on her profile, she has now not posted since October 26 and has not spoken publicly about her arrest. Next, my brothers and sisters, what people are saying about Olivia Henderson, or aka the DoorDasher girl. Olivia Henderson, speaking in a video posted to TikTok, my customer requested that my order be left at their front door, and when I arrived at their house, their front door was wide open, and they were within eyesight of the front door, laying on the couch, indecently exposed to me, which is a big F lie, Olivia Henderson. Because you pushed the door open to see this guy like a predator, you are Olivia Henderson, which is sick and nasty at the same time to for real Olivia Henderson, and you should be ashamed of yourself to Olivia Henderson. What's next, my brothers and sisters? Henderson will appear in court on December 4th. Next, my brothers and sisters, here are some videos of Olivia Henderson lying about the situation and a New York lawyer going after Olivia Henderson too.
That's fucked up. Here's an update for anybody who's interested. I commented, but my comment's getting buried in my comment section. I reported this to DoorDash over 12 hours ago, and they're supposed to call me back, which is strange because I've reported a couple less serious incidents before, and they called me back within 1 to 2 hours for those reports. So I don't know what's going on there, but I didn't report this to the police last night because I wasn't sure of DoorDash's process for like SA, or if this was even reportable to the police in New York State because he was in his home. But after so many people told me to report it to the police, I did. And I called the non-emergency line, and they sent a police officer over to speak to me in person and watch the video that I have. And then he asked me to email it to him, and he asked me if I want to press charges, like what do I want to come from this? And I said, yeah, if there are charges to press, I would prefer that because I don't want this to happen to somebody else again. And he understood that, the police officer, and then he went back out to his car, and then he came back to me, and he told me, like, this is pretty much verbatim. It's not verbatim, but, like, it's the point that he said. He said he's not sure if there are charges that can be pressed at this point because he was inside of his house, and specifically he said it's not like he came up to his door with it out, or, like, his window with it out, or whatever. But it's like, come on now. Like, how likely is it that it's cold outside? It's pretty chilly. Your ceiling fan is on. You got all your lights on in your house. You got your front door open, right? You just ordered DoorDash 15 minutes ago. And within 15 minutes of ordering DoorDash and it getting delivered to your front door, you're asleep on the couch with your pants and your underwear to your ankles, your front door wide open, your lights on, it's freezing outside. Like, come on now. That is voyeurism. That is exhibitionism. That was something against my own will that I was fulfilling for that man. Oh, and I forgot to say, the police officer said he was going over to the residence of that DoorDash customer to speak to him and see what his side of the story is, what he has to say about what was going on with him. And then another major factor that we're not even considering is that man lives in a duplex. In that video, you'll see another door next to his. That's another apartment unit right next to his. That could be a family. Anybody could walk out. See, listen, if I wasn't the target, you still shouldn't be whacking it off, whether you're drunk or under the influence of any substances, with your door wide open regardless, because anybody could walk out and get assaulted from that, seeing what you're doing on your couch. It could be a child. Anybody could come up on your porch and see that. Anybody walking by on the sidewalk and accidentally getting a glance would be a victim. Hey guys, so DoorDash just deactivated me 2 days after I reported my sexual assault. Hey guys, I just lost my job, and they won't tell me why. They're supposed to send an email immediately after deactivation providing you the reason why and a link to appeal, and they didn't. So I contacted support, and they made me sit on the phone with them for 50 minutes just to tell me that they can't tell me the reason why, and I have to just go ahead and appeal without knowing why. So my chances of getting my account back, they have my money in that account.
I was working! I was literally working! And they deactivated me! This is related! They just punished me for posting about my sexual assault while DoorDashing! They just fired me! And the police are doing nothing! I lost my job! And that was my only way to make money to pay my bills!
Hey guys, so yep, I really lost my job. Within less than 24 hours after me submitting my appeal, they denied it. And in the email, they said, you can respond to the previous email that you received explaining the reason why you were deactivated.
I never got the email. So last night,
I contacted one support agent. We sat on the phone for 25 minutes, and then she transferred me to the community response team. The person on the community response team told me that was the highest team I could get to. There's literally nobody else she could transfer me to. I could hang up the phone and call back and then get transferred to the community response team again. So I sat on the phone with her for another 30 minutes. And she told me that she couldn't tell me. There's no way that they could tell me with the reason why I just lost my job. You guys, my account is currently at risk of being banned because I had to explain my story one time, right? They took the video down and gave my account a strike. So I explained my story again and censored the video that I have just so they can't take it down for the same reason. They took it down for the same reason again, and now my account has a second strike. Guess what?
If I get one more strike, I'm banned from TikTok. So not only did I get assaulted
3 days ago on October 12th on Sunday, I then lost my job. The police are doing nothing. And if I
get one more account strike on TikTok, my account's done. This is a man's world. I'm the victim. Remember, I'm the victim. And they took down
my video, they were gonna have to pay me for my second story time because that was over a minute long. They were gonna have to pay me for all those views I got. So nope, they took that right down. They took that right down. Absolutely not. They're not paying me for that. Nope. 3 days ago, October 12th, 2025, I was a victim of SA by a DoorDash customer while I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver. Excuse me if you've already seen this. This is my third time posting this because TikTok keeps silencing me and taking my videos down and giving me strikes. So if I get one more strike, you guys, I'm just letting you know right now my account is going to be banned. So I'm going to try to word this as chill as possible to avoid getting this video striked. So on October 12th, 2025, the DoorDash customer requested that their order be left at their front door. When I arrived at their front door was wide open, their lights were on, and they were sleeping on the couch within eyesight of the front door with their pants and underwear pulled down to their ankles, and they were indecently exposed to me. I got this on video, and I'm not even going to be posting the video clip anymore because I'm pretty sure that's what's getting me the strikes. But yeah, I reported it to DoorDash, and DoorDash did ban the customer, and then 2 days later, DoorDash banned me, which doesn't seem unrelated. I appealed, and they were supposed to respond to my appeal within 7 to 10 business days. They didn't even provide me a reason for my deactivation. They're supposed to send an email. They didn't. So I contacted support, and they told me to continue with my appeal without knowing a reason why. There's an option to select, don't know why I was deactivated, and then you still have to explain yourself. So I did. And within 12 hours afterward, they had already denied my appeal. So I'm really never getting my DoorDash account back. DoorDash deactivated me. DoorDash punished me for exposing my assaulter, and TikTok is currently punishing me for exposing my story time. And this is the only justice I'm getting because I also reported this to the police, and the police are doing nothing. So what? You're gonna take down my videos and give me strikes and just expect me to be like, oh, I just better shut up. I just better sit here and be quiet. I just better not say anything else. I've lost my job, my only way to pay my bills and make a living. I've also gotten assaulted, and the police are doing nothing to help me. So let me just shut up. You know, the videos got taken down. Nobody has to know what happened to me. No, I'm going to keep telling my story. Like, this is the only justice I'm getting, is exposing this man and having posted that video and it has gone viral. Like, now he can live with shame and embarrassment if people have seen it and knows who he is or where he, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the one being punished. He's not getting in trouble with the police. He didn't lose his job if he has one. Like, what's going on with him? Why am I getting fired? Why are my videos getting taken down? And why am I getting strikes? Like, I'm about to lose my account. I was assaulted. I'm the victim. I lost my job. I'm the victim. Right? Is this making sense to any fucking buddy? Hey guys, it's been a minute. A whole 24 hours, I know. But I have an update as of October 16th, 2025. But first and foremost, I just want to thank everybody for the overwhelming support and allyship that you've shown me. It's really making me feel so validated and seen and heard. And that's really helping me through this tough time. So I just want to let you guys know I really appreciate the outpouring of support. So the update is, last night I was made aware, a bunch of people started commenting on my pages that DoorDash made a public statement about me on their TikTok story and on their most recent Instagram post in the comment section. And I'm not going to speak too much further on details, but what I am going to say is I and the entire rest of the world found out why I lost my job at the exact same time. I didn't find out before you guys. I'm just letting you know this right now. The people that saw their public statements and made me aware that they made those public statements knew why I lost my job before I did. Because I went and I checked my email once I was made aware that they made those public statements, and they sent me the deactivation email around the same time they released the public statements, like literally within the same hour. So they sent me my deactivation email explaining my reason for being deactivated a whole 24 hours after they deactivated me, and a whole 24 hours after I already submitted my appeal, and about 12 hours after they had already denied my appeal. They finally sent me the email explaining why they fired me. So I and the rest of the world, we all found out why I lost my job together. That's the update. Hi guys, it's the DoorDash girl. I'm also Olivia, but I prefer to go by Liv or Livy Henderson for anybody who's wondering. And for anybody who's just now hearing about this, what happened is October 12th, 2025, I was doing my job as a DoorDash driver, and my customer requested that their order be left at their front door. And when I arrived at their house, their front door was wide open, and they were within eyesight of the front door, laying on the couch indecently exposed to me. And I reported this to DoorDash, and I want to clarify, I did report this to the police the very next morning on October 13th. And DoorDash did ban the customer, and then a day and a half later, DoorDash banned me as well, and this was DoorDash's response to me. There have been a lot of people saying things like I entered the customer's home or I opened the customer's door, but I can assure you that I did not do either of those things, and I have obtained irrefutable proof that the door was already wide open when I arrived to the customer's house. But due to its importance, I cannot post that proof at this time. And to all those that have been supportive of me during this time, thank you so much. I've been seeing your comments and your videos and your messages, and trust me, I won't forget the love that has been shown to me during this time. And to any large creators that have made statements on my situation and then further retracted that and then issued me an apology, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Next, my brothers and sisters, here are videos where the New York lawyer talks about the DoorDasher girl cases, and the New York lawyer is saying that the DoorDasher girl is wrong for what she did to this innocent man, and the New York lawyer is also going after the DoorDasher girl supports and the DoorDasher girlfriends too. Here is the New York lawyer's videos now.
Does it matter if the door was open or partially open in the DoorDash case? Let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Stephanie. I'm a criminal defense attorney, specifically a public defender, and I, like many of you, are a little obsessed with this DoorDash situation. Now, just so you know, I live in New York, so this happened in New York, so I practice criminal defense law in the state that this actually is allegedly have taken place in, that this allegedly took place, has taken place in. I'm also on my lunch break right now, sitting outside of Walmart, so this is not on work time. I need to go to Walmart, so this is going to be quick. For all intents and purposes, it does not matter legally whether the door was open or closed, or whether she pushed it open, whether it was cracked, whether it was ajar. For all of the crimes in my previous video that I said that she could be charged with, the only one where that would matter would be the burglary charge, okay? That would matter about whether or not she pushed the door open, and even then, it still wouldn't apply. It would just matter whether she went in the house or did not go in the house. But for all of everything else, it doesn't matter whether the door was open or the door was not, whether she pushed the door open or whether she did not, okay? What matters is that she saw a sleeping, unconscious person on a couch, and her first instinct was, hey, I hope he's okay. Or her first instinct was not, oh my God, I hope he's okay. Instead it was, let me take my phone out, record an unconscious person naked on a couch, record that, save it, think, oh, this is a really great idea, let's upload it to the internet and share it with millions of people across the world. One of her videos has like 5.2 million views, okay? And I would guarantee that at least that many people have seen the video of him naked, sleeping on the couch, unconscious. That is all that matters here. Whether the door is open or closed does not matter. Whether she pushed it open, whether she pulled it open, because someone in my comments keeps saying, LOL, you can't push a door open that you have to pull open. Doesn't matter. I don't care. That's irrelevant to any analysis of this case. The door being open or closed or ajar is irrelevant to this case. What matters is her actions and what she did to the sleeping unconscious person who was naked on the couch, half naked on the couch. Those actions determine criminal liability. Okay? Was that harassing to the person? Did that annoy or alarm the person? Yes. Did he consent to have his bits plastered across the internet? No, he was unconscious. Okay? Did he agree to allow her to post his bits on the internet? No, he did not. No, he did not. Okay? He absolutely did not. Did he agree to be surveilled while unconscious? No, he did not. That's unlawful surveillance. Okay? Was he in the privacy of his own home? Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Could you see him directly from the front door? Based on the angle that she posted that video, the answer to that is no. The answer to that is no. She had to look in and look this way. Okay? You can even see her camera going this way to see him. To have to see his little bits and bobs. Okay? So, in a criminal analysis of the crimes that were committed, does it matter if the door was open or ajar? No, it does not. No, it does not. It absolutely does not. That has literally no relevance whatsoever. It does not even have relevance to the public lewdness charge. We don't have indecent exposure in our. We have public lewdness and exposure of a person. Okay, that does not even matter. It doesn't even matter because you couldn't readily. First of all, he was in the privacy of his own home, and there's a small exception for private places that public can see, but that applies to. It's typically applied to like private restaurants or like private buildings or like a library, something. Well, a library is technically public, but you get my drift. All right. That's typically not applied to homes because homes are covered in Lawrence v. Texas, which is a Supreme Court case. All right. So, does it matter if the door was open? It sure as fuck does not. Okay. You can believe me, you can don't believe me, but I went to law school. I passed the bar on the first try. I've been practicing law for 14 years. You can believe me, you can don't believe me, but I would believe me over a bunch of other randoms on the internet. Okay. So, take what you want from that, but it don't matter. It does not matter. So have a great day, and I will be doing a live tonight so we can talk about this, all right? Have a great rest.
So let's talk about some of the assumptions in the DoorDash case and why they're problematic. Hi, my name is Stephanie. I'm a criminal defense attorney, specifically a public defender, and I, like many of you, have been soaking up all of the videos and media on this case. So let's just dive right into it. One of the most important things that you guys have to remember, and I think that you guys aren't understanding, is that the law does not care about your feelings or your emotions. The law just doesn't give a shit about it. Doesn't care how you feel about the case, whether or not you're offended by the actions of him being naked on the couch. The law does not care about your emotions. It just doesn't. The law is the law. So you could sit here all day and you could be offended that a man was sleeping on his own couch in his own home naked, in the privacy of his own home naked. You could be super pissed about that. Super upset, but the law does not care. The law does not give a shit. Okay? Because the law requires statutory elements to be met with facts, not assumptions, not speculation. Okay? And based on the information that we have, there was no crime committed by him. There were several committed by her, but there were no crimes committed by him. So when you're thinking about this and you're analyzing this, think about these questions and whether or not we have answers to them. Do we know for sure that the man sitting on the couch is the man who ordered the DoorDash? No, we do not. Do we know if anyone else lives in that home with him? No, we do not. Do we know if a roommate or a friend opened the door for him and left it open? No, we do not. Do we know why he was naked on the couch? Was he in the midst of a medical emergency? We don't know. Do we know if he had a fit of epilepsy? No, we don't know that either. We don't know that either. Do we know if he was drunk and passed out? We don't know that either. Do we know if the account that ordered the DoorDash is the account that belongs to him? We don't know. These are all things that we do not have answers to, and you're letting your emotions take over and assign intent to someone who literally was just sleeping on his couch, passed out, naked. Making assumptions like that are what hurts the criminal justice system, and is what puts people who are innocent of crimes in jail and in prison. We don't know a lot of things. All we know is that a man was sleeping unconscious on a couch in his own home, naked. And another person saw a door open, peeked inside, peeked around the corner, took a videotape of an unconscious person naked in a vulnerable state, took a video of it, and posted on the internet for the world to see. And if you can see a problem with that, then you are part of the problem. Because the law, again, does not care about emotions. It does not care about feeling. It does not care about any of those things. And you don't have enough information to make any of these generalized statements that you are speculating, and the law does not care about speculation. It cares about facts. And the facts are that this woman recorded someone naked in the privacy of their own home. Doesn't matter whether the door was open or not. New York case law supports that. Does not matter whether the door was open or not. Again, New York case law supports that. She recorded him in the privacy of his own home, naked, and then put it on the internet. That is a crime. Nothing he did was. So the law doesn't care about how you feel. It doesn't care about speculation or assumptions. It cares about facts. And those are the facts. Hope you guys have a great day. See you guys later.
Okay, I'm going to do this one as a gingerbread man just because I feel like this is appropriate. I really wanted to talk about this briefly. This is the biggest thing that came out of Olivia's, aka DoorDash girl's statement, is that she actually says that she had to be up on the porch to actually see anything. Okay, she had to actually be on the porch of his house to get the view of him naked. The porch is not public property. The porch is private property. It's considered the curtilage of the home. That is a legal term of art. It is the curtilage of the home. It is not public property. It is private property. She physically says in her statement that she had to be on the porch to see what she saw. Not the sidewalk, not the lawn, not the front yard, not the street, but the porch. Okay? The porch. And I think I have to wear the gingerbread face to say this, because I have to talk to people like they're kindergartners, because they're not understanding what is public and what is private. This man was in the privacy of his own home. And again, let's talk it like we're 5, okay? Privacy of his own home. You had to be on the porch to see it. Curtilage of the home. Private property. Therefore, no indecent exposure, which we don't have. In New York, it's public lewdness. And no public lewdness because it wasn't public. It was private. Porch. Private. They both start with P. Alliteration. P for public. P for private. P for porch. Private P. Porch P. Does that make sense? It should, right? Are we all on the same page now? Yes. Good. I'm very happy we have all come to the conclusion now that since she stated she had to be on the porch to see it, it's private property. Cool. Have a good day.
Breaking news in the DoorDash case, DoorDash girl has officially been arrested. Hi, my name is Stephanie. I'm a criminal defense attorney, specifically a public defender, and I've been following this case pretty closely since it happened. So
I got sent some information this morning. I independently verified it, and Miss Olivia Henderson has officially been arrested on 2 felony charges. Now, why was she arrested on felony charges? Because, like I said from the beginning, she's the one who committed the crime, not the individual who was in the home. So let's go through what we have and show you the proof. Now, I blocked out her name, but this is the police blotter, or I blocked out her address and her date of birth. But this is the police blotter, all right? And the arrest date is there, and the 2 felony charges are right here. I'm just zooming in myself to take a look. But we got, what do we have? We have unlawful surveillance and dissemination, okay? Right there, all right? So this is just the police blotter. I'm gonna show you the actual charges in a second. And this just shows down here that she was issued a field appearance ticket and she has a court date coming up. So this is her. She was given an appearance ticket. She has to come back to court, and I'll show you the court date. On the internet, you could look this up yourself. Incident date is October 12th, which matches to the incident date that she put on her page. And her next court date is going to be December 4th, 2025 in Oswego City Court, which is the town in which the incident happened. So all of this is verifiable on the internet. And here are her charges. Like I said, these were the charges that I thought she could be charged with, and this is what we got. So we have unlawful surveillance and dissemination of a surveillance image. Both are E felonies, which means that prison time is an option, right? Not that she'll get prison time, but she can do prison time on these. They are non-violent felonies, which means that it would be it would not be a lot of prison time, but she can do prison time on these depending on her criminal history. So like I've been saying from the beginning, the person who committed the crime is going to be the person arrested in this case. And the person who committed this crime is obviously Olivia, the DoorDash girl. The man committed no crime, or else he would also be arrested, which he is not. So for all of you guys out there that were defending the man, or I'm sorry, defending the woman, clearly the law says otherwise. The law says otherwise because they did arrest her. They did give her 2 felony charges, 2 E felony charges, both of which carry a prison sentence if she goes to trial and loses. She could get probation on those. There's a whole slew of things that she can get, but she was charged with 2 felonies for video recording him in the privacy of his own home and disseminating that image to the public. And this is why we do not record our crimes and put them on the internet for the world to see. But it's important information. I wanted to get it out to you as soon as I got it and as soon as I verified it, because unlike other creators, I verify my information before I go online and post it for the world to see. You can also verify that information yourself if you go on webcrims and type in her name, it will pop up. So if you want to independently verify it yourself, you can do that as well. But nevertheless, she has been arrested. She's been charged with 2 felonies for her actions that day of recording an unconscious man in his home who was naked and posting it online for the internet, which is a crime. And again, he committed none. So I'm going to stay tuned for this one because this is going to be interesting. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and let's go from here. Have a good day.
My brothers and sisters, everyone in the New York lawyer said the right thing about Olivia Henderson, or AKA the DoorDasher girl. Olivia Henderson is a S.L. predator and is a danger to the world too, and needs to be in prison for life for what she did to this man's life for real, my brothers and sisters. And also, my brothers and sisters, just curious, how worse will this situation story be if Olivia Henderson was a man, or a black person, or a brown person? And also, my brothers and sisters, just curious, how old does 23-year-old Olivia Henderson look in this picture here? If you like this video, please share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel and other social media platforms too, my brothers and sisters.